Hello crafters, this is Jane Fires with Fun Stamper's Journey, and today I want to introduce to you the new mini catalog, which is spring into summer, and there are a lot of neat things in here. Today I'm going to show you one of our stamp sets and the die that goes with it, but I'm also going to show you a new technique. The stamp that we're going to use today is called Pinch Love, and it's a little lobster, and its die matches it, which is of course also the lobster. So this is the stamp and die, and it is in the new Spring into Summer catalog, which is now available online. The card we're doing today is going to be this one. It says, "A pinch of love to you." And I'll show you what we're going to do and how we're going to make our sand down here at the bottom. Okay, first thing I want to show you crafters is how I did my sand. And what I did is on a scrap piece of paper, I put down an equal amount of sparkle dust, sparkle cuts, and white embossing powder. And then I simply took my grease tool and I mixed it all together. Richard, our president and co-founder of Fun Stampers, showed us this trick on one of the things that he had done, and I kind of liked it. I thought it was a cool way to show sand. So once I got it mixed together, I poured it back into my little container. Then I took oatmeal cookie cardstock, and on it I put one of our white liner sheets. Remember, these are really sticky. So I put it on. Now I'm taking off the top cover of it. And it is sticky. Then I'm laying it down and I'm pouring on my mixture. Now I mix it together first because I think you get a better coverage and it's easier to do. And then I shake off the excess. So now there's my sand. And now I want to make it a rough edge up here, so I'm going to tear it. And I'm tearing towards me so that I get a little more rough edge. And there's my sand. It will go on my card, and it will look like this when we're finished, because what I'm going to do is bend this back down a ways. So that's my sand. Get rid of my excess. Now, in our catalog, in our spring into summer, we now have two daubers. And the big one is this, and the small one looks like this. And the small dauber comes with 3 pads, and the large dauber comes with 3. But then you can also see that in the catalog you can order just the pads. So what I'm going to do today is I'm taking my large dauber, and I am using Pool Play ink, and I'm taking my card front and I'm going to get some ink, and then starting off my cardstock, I'm going to come onto my cardstock in a circular motion. And if you start off your cardstock, it's easier to do it, and it will give you better coverage. So you keep on doing this until you've gotten the background here the way you want it. I don't have to go all the way to the bottom because my sand is going to be at the bottom. And each time you do this, you're going to find that your background will look a little different because we don't always put our daubers down exactly the same, and we don't always use the same amount of pressure. Then, to store my pads, what I'm doing is taking Velcro and putting it on the back of my stamp pad. So when I'm done, all I have to do is take off my pad and I can stick it down, and then I'm ready to go the next time. So I've got a big one and a little one. So there's that one. Now what I'm going to do is take my sand, and using our white liner tape, I'm going to put 3 rows of tape. I'm doing that because I want to make sure with my sand on the front part that this is going to stay down well. So I have my tape on. Now using my bloom tool, run over it so I can get my backing off. And then this will go down at the very edge of my card. Now, what I'm doing is I'm centering it. And I'm going to have a little bit of my white showing on each side. The reason for that is I'm going to come back with our Pool Play sparkle tape. And I'm going to run it from the top edge down to the bottom edge. And my cardstock that's there, even though there's just a small amount, it will help to hold my tape down, because I'm also going to put it over that sand that I've put on here. And I will do both sides. Then I'm taking the lobster and putting him on another piece of cardstock, and I am using rich coral for this. And remember, if you leave your stamp pad down, or your stamp down, on your table, and then ink it on top, you will get a better inking than you would if you held it up. Now this can go anywhere on my sheet because it's going to be die cut. So now I'm going to take my die and bring in my Amaze machine. And after you've used your machine a few times, you're going to notice that your plates are going to warp. And so what I do with mine is I put them both on upside down and leave them overnight in my machine. And that will help to get them straight again. Now they're not going to get perfectly straight, but they're going to be much better than they were before. Put my top plate on and run it through. And now, as you can see, my lobster is all cut out and ready to go. So I'm going to turn him over, and on the back I'm putting our foam squares. I am using both sizes. I'm putting a big one down by his tail and a big one towards the middle of him. And then I'm using the smaller ones, and I'm putting one up close to the top part where I want him to stand up, and one on each side. Peel off the backing. And then decide where I want him to go. And I want him to go right here. And then on the top of him, I am going to put my other stamp, my word stamp that says "A Pinch of Love," and it's the one that comes with the lobster. And I'll do that in black so that it shows up well on my blue. And there's your card. A pinch of love for you. This card could be a birthday card, a thinking of you card, a get well card, anything that you wanted to make it. The lobster, his die, and the sparkle tape is all in the new Spring into Summer catalog. There are a lot of different sea things in this catalog that you're going to enjoy, besides a lot of barbecue things. So you can go to my website at www.funstampersjourney.com/angelhugs. Hope you have a great day. Enjoy.